Welcome back everyone to the Cajun 6 Dynasty. Kicking today's video off is a Week 12 matchup between Southern and Grambling State. So the Bayou Classic is the first game on tap here today for our highlight reel. And right out of the gate, we got an interception here. Grambling State picking off Marquise Hendricks. Already up 3-0. That one's going to bite him in the butt. I can just feel it. First down and goal. Here comes the running game for Grambling State. They got a good one. When you've got a wide receiver like Shamrock that can run the football, that can run the rock, that's a tough thing to beat. They got Wendell Hamilton and Jelani Jenkins. They got some really good backs here at Grambling State. But on the other end, they got a good receiving game. That's Southern with the touchdown here. Jordan Savage, one of the veteran wide receivers of this wide receiver core. Marquise Hendricks finds his man there for a big-time score. So late first quarter, we've also got another touchdown here for Shamrock. He's going to get in with a receiving touchdown. This is a 55-yard catch and score. So 17-7, Grambling State getting a little revenge here on their rivals early in the Bayou Classic here for year number 4. Joe Clark, another touchdown for Southern and another deep bomb for Marquise Hendricks. He's only missed once so far, and it was the INT back to Grambling. So 17-14, Cheltenham. He's going to do his best to fire this one deep, and it's caught. Greg Johnson for 46. So both quarterbacks really stretching the field here, showing their guns. Beautiful, beautiful quarterbacking that we're noticing here. Of course, Marquise Hendricks for Southern has a couple more seasons left to go before he declares for the draft, but you know Jose Cheltenham wants to impress the scouts because he is in our draft class for the Saints in season number 4 here. So 3rd down and 15 after Wendell Hamilton not going to get anywhere, and that's a touchdown to Albert Cox, the backup tight end, to Waldo Dante. We haven't seen Dante make a catch yet, but Cox got free, and that's a score. So 31-17, nearing the end of the second quarter, and another touchdown for Shamrock. It's 2 through the air and 1 on the ground. That's pretty much going to do it, man. A 21-point lead here in the third quarter. Yes, Jordan Savage will catch a touchdown here, so the Jaguars cut it within 14, but your final score will be 52-38. A 14-point win for Grambling State. They get the revenge on Southern, who beat them. They whooped them, man. They whooped them. The score was 45-21 last season in year number 3. So year 4 goes the Tigers' way, and the Jaguars will have to fight for next season. And we actually missed this highlight. I could have shown that to you guys, but the game was just out of hand at that point. Nice little touchdown there to Wendell Hamilton, I believe, with the 75-plus yard run. We'll take a look here in the box score, the player stats. But Cheltenham had a really good game. You had Hendricks there with 3 interceptions today, but 4 touchdowns and 75% completion percentage. So really kind of on and off type of game there for Hendricks. Still trying to battle those underclassmen woes, that lack of experience, right? Cheltenham kind of proving that he's more mature, that he's able to handle some adversity, and able to come through when it matters the most. And Grambling State there, good win. So Hendricks, as we see, the 3 picks, 80% for Cheltenham, 4 touchdowns for him. We had Jelani Jenkins with 118 yards, and then there was the big run there for Wendell Hamilton. Shamrock over 130 yards on 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Johnson there, of course, had the one little comeback, not really a comeback route. It was underthrown on purpose, but little back shoulder throw towards the end zone. Good touchdown, good hookup there for Greg Johnson and Cheltenham. So total offense nearing 600 yards today for Grambling State, but the name of the game was the turnovers for Southern, which cost them the game. Let's get into the next matchup here. We got ULM in a Week 12 matchup against USC. So we've been trying to beat ranked opponents outside of the Cajun 6 conference. We had our first one happen this season, so it took us 4 years to finally beat a ranked opponent outside of our own conference. So we're looking for win number 2, kind of to solidify the fact that we've arrived, that we're actually a legitimate program at this point. So first quarter, very first pass for Ferdinand Giroux to Billy Tomlinson on the wheel route. What a catch, what a move. Tomlinson with the touchdown. Take one more look. That was a beautiful catch. Make one guy miss, make 2 guys miss, and the other dude's turning around, reaching for thin air. He thought he was somewhere he wasn't. Beautiful move by Billy T. And now USC with the ball. They're going to bomb this here to Keys. No one's going to be back there to catch him. I thought we had 3 blue zones back there. I was convinced that someone should have been back there as a blown coverage, or maybe not. Maybe it was just a bad play call. Could have been a possibility, but 9-yard gain there for Billy Tomlinson, and he will fight his way into the end zone for touchdown number 2. Be 14-7. However, there will be a booth review, and it looks like he's gonna be short. So the other parts of the body got over the line, but not the football. That's what counts. So 2nd down and goal, no matter. We're gonna get that touchdown back. So no booth review here. 14-7 ULM. All right, let's head here to the second quarter. We got Malone dropping back. Good clean pocket. Gonna find Brian Stovall for 9. That's a very lanky tight end, man. He's not that big. He's not a big dude. So we got to watch out for this guy. Seems like he's got a lot of speed. More like a wide receiver playing that spot. But 3rd down and 6 seems like everybody was covered, and that's going to be a pick. 50-50 ball, and Barnes dove for it. I don't know what that was. Just, you got to go up and catch it. You can't dive for it. You know that the cornerback's like right on you. There's no reason to dive for it. Just so CPU, bad luck right there, you know? Bad luck. But we're going to get them stopped here. Thaddeus Wolf with a tackle for a loss. Going to push him back here. And the field goal attempt will be just left. He just pulled it just a little bit. And then Giroux comes back firing right to Lucas Bannerman Jr. for an 11-yard touchdown. That's a good touchdown, man. Good job by the Warhawks to kind of fight back after that interception. He's a good quarterback, man. Single digits in INTs. Speaking of INTs, Scotty Jenkins-Holt, the freshman, showing off that athleticism on that INT. So we get the ball back now, guys, in the third quarter. 3rd down and 4, Giroux. Again, nobody open, and I was hoping and praying we were going to get a little bit more loft on the football there. Didn't really happen. I mean, we tried to float it. Maybe not. Looks more like a bullet pass. But you saw Barnes was trying to get behind the corner. We were trying to float that over top, and that one I got to blame on Ferdinand Giroux, a.k.a. Cough Cough me, the user. So Day Dawson, after a touchdown for USC, thanks to the turnover, we're going to take this thing to the house. He's got to win the Jet. He has to. He has to. How many touchdowns does he have this season? He's got at least 5, probably. 5 returns for a touchdown. Got to be something like that. But 28 all. And in the third quarter, Jeremy Clark. Another touchdown for USC. 35-28. And now, back here with the football, ULM has a chance to make something happen here. But Polanco with the catch. They play such good defense, man. I mean, they had everybody just covered. Polanco was the one guy that I saw open. And what do you know? He fumbles the ball. So 35-28, they'll keep this thing. That's Malone with the touchdown. And that should do it, everybody. 42-28 here towards the mid part of the fourth quarter. Both teams will score another touchdown. And they'll end up beating us here by, I believe, 2 touchdowns. We'll take a look at the final score here, guys. But, yeah, tough matchup. Very tough matchup. USC, no slouch. I think after this, they get up to about number 10 in the nation after beating the number 15 ULM. Must have had some help towards the top. Maybe some teams lost and pushed them to the top 10 ranking. But, yeah, the 3 interceptions there for Ferdinand Giroux. 2 of them, we had the one that was a deep lob. We had another one that was kind of forced. And then the third was trying to make something happen towards the end of the game. So 2 of them, I can't really blame on him. But the one that we tried to force, where Barnes went behind the cornerback, that one was definitely our fault. I mean, that was just not a good idea. So turnovers, the bug that got us, you know, the thing that killed us in this game. Otherwise, I thought that we played admirably against a very tough opponent in USC. Again, they move up to number 10 after this win and a little bit of help here. So they move to 8-2 on the season. Now we're going to turn our attention over here to the Ragin' Cajuns against the Bulldogs. Got a good quarterback matchup here between Elliott Sandage and Skip Branson, and there's a lot on the line here. Louisiana has a chance to go to 2-0 in conference to keep up with Tulane, who's 2-0 in conference. ULM is kind of breathing down their backs just a little bit. We, again, lost to USC, but that doesn't affect Cajun 6 conference play. So it's a pretty important game, to say the least, for both teams. So let's see how the guys react under the lights in a very tough spot. Michael Fries almost picked this thing off. defensive back coming on down, trying to make a play. So 3-0, UL Lafayette. And then we got Skip Branson with the forward pass, by the way. That was not a lateral. It was a forward pass with a eligible receiver in Damian Bruder, and he's going to make that catch and bust off a bunch of people. So Branson gets credited with a completion there, 2 of 2 so far in the ball game here. So 1st and 10, pass caught. That's Brian Young finding his way into the end zone. He's always been really good at that. Very well-rounded receiver. Then we got Sandage deep bomb here between the two defenders. What a dot that was to Brad Smith for 38. 1st and goal. Pass going to be completed there to John Lloyd, the tight end, for 9. ULM in this series has always had a bevy of tight ends. Good tight ends to throw to. Branson looking for somebody going to go down. That's a loss of 8 on the sack. Dusty Wheatley credited with the sack. So 4th and 14. Long field goal attempt here trying to tie the game up. That's going to be a little short and a little to the right. So Stephon Johnson with a little check down. Good for 5 at least, but he's going to keep on going. Got some good blocking in the second level, and he's gone. Nobody's going to catch him there. 51 yards. Looked like maybe like an 8-yard catch had he been tackled where he caught it. But he did all the work after that. I mean, he got some good blocking in the second level, but this is what I think really sprung him loose, is just busting off that tackle like, man, he pulled out his inner Andre Johnson right there. I mean, it's crazy. Now, Nainoa Kaukai with the touchdown. I probably butchered that. So whoever made that, I believe I know who that was. Let me know in the comment section what's up with that. But 2nd and 10 here, 17-14 game, and Jake Logan for 35 yards to the house. Dude, this dude is nuts. He's constantly making big plays. I love Jake Logan. So a little flip here to Damian Bruder, down by 10 in the second quarter with 2 minutes. Bruder fighting his way to the end zone. He's going to get to about the 7 before he gets stopped. 2nd down and goal here for La Tech. Branson fires up the middle, pretty much into triple coverage, and that one picked off. In a 24-14 game, under 2 minutes, in scoring position, you needed points on that drive, and because of the pick, we've got the Raging Cajuns sticking it down their throat. That's a touchdown. Trace Caballero with a beautiful catch. Again, another tight end for the Raging Cajuns, and what a throw by Elliott Sandage, dude. This guy, I want to talk about him for just a second because it seems like this game is over. Everybody's frustrated here if you're the Bulldogs. Sandage was just one of those guys that, as an underclassman, when he took over the quarterback position after Alan McAllister left to the pros, McAllister was a one-year guy for the Raging Cajuns. And everybody thought that Sandage, he was throwing picks all the time, fumbling the football like he was a turnover machine. And he worked hard. He put his head down. He got to work. He got better. And now, because of all that, he is now the career record holder for touchdown passes in school history. He beat out Jake Delhomme. And that game, that win, pretty much solidifies that La Tech is eliminated. Like, again, you can't have 3 losses and then somehow win the Cajun 6. Can't do it. Can't go 2-3 and be a conference champion. It's just not going to happen. So Skip Branson, solid game, but the interception, I think, really turned the tide of this game. Brian Young with a touchdown as well. About 4 sacks given up from the O-line. And, back over here to Elliott Sandage. I think that when he goes pro, I think he's definitely pushed himself into that round 1 discussion. When he was, even last year, even when he was a sophomore, it was kind of getting into that realm of possibility. Like, is he going to be a career backup in the NFL? Is he ever going to pan out? Is he ever going to be a player? And now it looks like that he's going to be talked about in the first round. I mean, this Raging Cajuns offense is really good. They had 499 yards of total offense. And, Sandage, he's leading the charge here for this Louisiana team that's now in first place. Though they were in first place, but they've solidified themselves as the team to beat here in the Cajun 6. Not ULM. It's not us right now. It's Louisiana. So we do get a date with these guys next week, which we'll be showing you guys next week, week 13, here tomorrow on Saturday. But with Tulane being 2-0, they've still got some games coming up here that could turn the tide as well. So we'll do a little sim here and La Tech will beat Georgia Southern. Not any surprise there, but Southern will take on these Tulane Green Wave, and we'll see what happens. If Southern can upset these guys, then we're talking about Louisiana as possibly the team that's going to take this conference. Because now those two teams will have to play each other. They're still scheduled to go up against each other here later on in the season. We've only got like 2 weeks left. Now ULM gets Louisiana next week. I just talked about this, and we'll have that game play up here tomorrow. So if we can beat Louisiana, then we save ourselves and we help out Tulane. The problem is, if you're a Louisiana fan, if you're a Raging Cajuns fan, you need to beat us. You need to beat ULM. If you do that, then you guys have solidified yourselves as the Cajun 6 champions. There's no other scenario in which we could like vault you or any other team could do it. So Louisiana, if you go 3-0 in Cajun 6 play, you got it. And I think you might be able to do it. Just based on how ULM has played against teams that are ranked, against really good offenses as well. Defensively, Louisiana is not special, but I think ULM's going to have a tough test, guys. So that's it for today's video. Leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Week 13 and the end of the season. We'll have all that in the next episode. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see you in the next one. As always, thanks so much for watching, and peace.